National debt tops $35 trillion.
Build back better, bitches.
$30 trillion. The national debt crisis the national debt has nearly tripled in the last 20 years. Quote, if this sounds familiar, we only just reached $34 trillion at the very end of 2023, says Maya McGinnis, president of the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. 3 words that never go together with our current government. Responsible federal budget. Quote, we passed $33 trillion 3 months before that, and $32 trillion 3 months before that. The borrowing just keeps marching along, reckless and unyielding. Medicare and Social Security are on the path to insolvency because of the worsening fiscal situation. Meanwhile, the cost of interest on the national debt has doubled since Joe Biden quite literally took office, and is on track to be the single largest expense for the federal government, more than entitlements or national defense. Just think of that. Imagine paying your credit cards down and your interest was more than any other expenditure that you had in your budget. That's insane. But that's what happens when you just print money at will.
Yeah.
Quote, CBO Projects, the Congressional Bureau Budget Office, projects that interest costs in 2024 will total $892 billion, a jump of 36% from the previous year, and following an increase of 35 and 38% in each of the 2 years before that, according to a Peterson Foundation report. I don't know how we reel this in. To be honest with you, I really don't. I have one way we could probably start, and that's with this little story right here from Joni Ernst, that maybe we hold our own IRS auditors accountable, but we'll get into that story in a second right there. But this is unsustainable. And I think this is why a lot of people are moving towards gold, silver, Bitcoin, alternative commodities like that, because there's no longer a point in buying bonds anymore because you can't make money off of them anymore.
No, there's no point in it. There's bond stocks, that stuff like that people have figured out are imaginary and they don't really exist. Do you remember that? Do you remember in The Wolf of Wall Street when Jordan and I can't remember the dude's name, played by Matthew McConaughey, but they go out to lunch and McConaughey's explaining to him how Wall Street works, and he's like, it's all fugazi, it's all fake, it's all out here, but it's not real. There you go. That's it. You nailed it. That's exactly why folks are going to gold, silver, Bitcoin, other commodities that they can fall back on, because this is not sustainable at all. And at some point that bubble is going to burst. And when it does, America could well be on the way toward being like Venezuela, which is why people need to be stocking up on gold, silver, and Bitcoin.